Hey, this video is going to show you how to navigate through the class. If you haven't used iLearn before, or even if you have, it can be quite confusing trying to figure out how to turn in assignments and where to find things, discussion boards, quizzes, things like that. So I'm going to kind of walk you through. Hopefully this will be helpful, but if you have other questions, please let me know. So the main way that you're going to go through the class, when you open the class in iLearn, you're going to come to this page. This is the home page. And this is where the announcements will be. So I'm always going to be posting, there will be links to videos. There'll be, if there's some clarification that needs to happen, I'm going to be posting announcements on here regularly. So please, always when you log in, just come to this home page. If you are in the class and need to come back to this one, you need to click on the name or on the little home. That's the only way to get back to this announcements page. There's nothing on this top option bar that says announcements. So you just need to come and click on this or the home to get back to the announcements. Please look at this one called class calendar. It's really important. It has all of the due dates on there. So make sure you're checking on that regularly to make sure you're keeping up with the due date assignments. Okay, so how to get through the class. The main portion of the class is under content. So you just come here, click on content. And like I said before, there are units in this class. So there's going to be usually 3, sometimes 4 chapters per unit. And it's just a little confusing how it works. So you'll see here, like this is unit 1. And then under unit 1 is chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. So then unit 2 is going to have different chapters. It's going to have 5, 6, and 7. So don't get confused between a unit and a chapter. So how you're going to do most of the things that you need to in the class is through this content section. So every chapter starts with an introduction and then learning objectives. And then the third one is where it actually starts, the main content of the class. So you will read some pages in your textbook. And then this is your journal question. So this is only one of the assignments that's going through here, and I'm going to show you how to find the other ones. But you'll read the pages, and then you'll answer this question. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can just start your own Word document. That's fine. Or you can download the journal file that's at the end of the end of the unit. And I'll show you how to do that too. So as you're going through, answer these questions, and then just keep clicking these arrows that take you to the next page. So this one is telling you that you need to post to the discussion board because that's something that's due in the very first week. So, okay, so that takes you, click there, you'll post to the discussion board. That's just your introduction. So once you're done with that, then you click to the next page. And that's going to take you to the second journal question. So you're going to read, answer the question, same pattern. Some of the pages that you'll be on have videos. I think this page has a video. Yeah, it does. So again, read your questions. You're going to watch the video, and then you're going to answer another question for your journal. So sometimes the questions will be based on the things you'll find in the textbook. Sometimes it'll be based on the things you're going to see in the videos, and sometimes it'll be a combination of both. So just make sure you're reading and watching everything in order to answer these questions. So as we just keep going through, we just keep clicking arrows and seeing different things to watch. There's a video, textbook pages, and a question. So that's pretty self-explanatory for the journal. As you go through, at the end of each chapter, it'll take you to your quiz. So that's where you'll do your reading check. And then once you're done with that, it'll take you then to chapter 2, and it keeps going like that. So a couple different things, the journal download and the Dear Abby and the observation and things like that are kind of hidden, and they're a little bit tricky to find. So if you look at each unit and then you click on each chapter, it'll show you what is inside of each thing. So you don't have to keep clicking through all those arrows. So like here at the end of chapter 2 would be your observation. So if you clicked through each arrow, it would eventually take you to the observation. But if you want to find it right away and go ahead and download it, that's where you do that right here at the end of chapter 2. So I know it's a little weird. The other assignments like are at the end of the unit. So for this one, it's going to be chapter 4. So here you'll find the Dear Abby and the journal. So you've already been answering journal questions, and that's fine. But if you want to download them, then that's where you do that. And then that's also where you're going to turn them in. So they're all kind of hidden throughout, but if you come to these on the sidebar, it's a little bit easier to navigate. Same thing for Unit 2. So you're going to have in Chapter 5, here's all the different things that the different topics. Here's a reading check for Chapter 5. So if you wanted to go straight to it, you could click to it right from there. Then here's your discussion board that's for Unit number 2. And then the Dear Abby and the journal are at the end of chapter 7 because that's the last chapter of the unit. There's the Dear Abby. So hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a little confusing. If you want to take a quiz, you can go straight to it from this quizzes tab, which is a little more convenient than trying to flip through all the pages. Here's all the quizzes that you have for the whole semester and all of the due dates. So that's good. And then same thing for discussion boards. If you are having a hard time finding it or you don't want to do it through the content, you can just click on discussions. Each unit has a questions and conversations, and then this one that's called Collaborative Quest is the one that's for the assignment. So make sure you're posting to the right board. Don't get confused and start posting on this one when you're trying to do your assignment one. This is just if you have a question about the class. So this is the one where you will actually post your assignment on the discussion board. This assignments tab is sort of helpful. This is where you'll find your feedback. So if I leave you a note, you'll find it here. So that's good. But you just can't find the files that you need to actually answer the question. So it's a little weird. So you have to get the files from the content section, but you can see here where you've turned things in, what the due dates are, and then if I have any feedback for you and what your grade is. So it is helpful. It's just you can't find the actual assignment itself. So I think that's it for navigating. Just as you go through the class, just kind of click around, click on everything, read through everything. It will get easier. It's just overwhelming when you first start looking at it. So please let me know if you have any questions.